this is another show that I start on mute, of course.
Yes, sir.
That's the only way to start it, I guess, in some ways. But welcome back to the Dead Red Podcast, everybody. A special episode tonight, obviously, because, well, the end of the year is in 2.5 days. I'm excited, but I'm also not excited because, obviously, it's the end of another year. We're getting older. And obviously, we'll take time at the end of the show to reflect. But I will ask you, of course, like always, to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you know when a live stream pops up your drops. Appreciate y'all coming back. That's also for Stocks Arizona, Big Beat Reactions, all the channels you could find in the description. But we have a pretty interesting show tonight. Came up with some new subjects that go into a couple of different sports. Not necessarily team-centric, but just some fun things along the way. So some things, of course, that I have on the docket tonight. We'll see if we get to all of them. Offseason grades, early offseason grades for MLB. 2022-2023 MLB free agent predictions. We'll see how we did on those. Not too well, of course, after a couple of different signings. I have an idea, and I obviously discussed this with one of our viewers yesterday. We're going to build a team based off of the remaining free agents in the MLB market. We'll go into 2023 MLB Hall of Fame ballots, Week 17 NFL picks and trivia, and then New Year's questions, New Year's stuff, all that great stuff. But shout outs to Tony, Jacob, Jets Mess. Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys had a nice Christmas. This is the first live stream. Actually, no, second live stream since Christmas. But your questions, your comments are going to be a big part of this show. Sox, my man, how are you doing? Obviously, the big news popped a few days ago. Talk about it.
Well, which big news are we talking here? Because there's been quite a few news points.
On a personal level.
Okay. Personal level, yes. Me and my girlfriend got engaged officially. So if you haven't heard, that's what's going on right now. Yes. What's up, Hayes? Thank you. I appreciate it, my man. But, I thought we were talking, sports news, but, there's been JD Martinez. There's been a few things here and there. Nothing crazy, but my main focus is on the Giants this weekend. Got to take care of business. I'm doing well, man. I appreciate it. I hope you guys had a great Christmas in the chat. You as well, Big Blue. And, just looking forward to Sunday. We're having good time in sports right now. Celtics are balling. Giants are ready to go to the playoffs. I'm enjoying it.
Let's see. MH had something goes orange and blue. Not the orange and blue baseball team, but the orange and blue basketball team. They're not doing well right now. They're not doing well because they're missing a couple of guys, RJ Barrett.
Yeah, injuries suck in basketball.
Yeah.
They really do.
But everything is slowly coming down to earth. But I'm going to get to a couple comments before we get into it. Sox Arizona, my Texans won last week, bro. Yes.
Good for you, Tony.
Did. Congratulations, Sox, on your engagement. You can still turn back now. You don't have to go through with it.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Brad.
MH says, congratulations. One question, will Alex be your ring boy?
No, he'll be the flower girl.
Yes, I'll be the flower girl. Engaged, well, I thought you were in high school. LOL. Nah, Sox is about 5 years older than I am. So,
yeah,
obviously, some congrats and some more congrats and all that good stuff.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it. We went to, I don't know if you guys are familiar with San Diego at all, but we went to a place called Balboa Park, and that's how we did it. We went to see Billie Eilish in Los Angeles that night.
Wow, so that's a great celebration right there.
Yeah.
And once again, congrats, man. But guys, keep your comments coming, even if it's Brad ripping me, like usual. As I mentioned a couple of months ago when I went through with the plans, I will be going to this weekend's game against the Colts. I'll be getting up bright and early, tailgating.
Yes.
Going to meet Donald's going to be there. And the Unpopular Opinion Sports, who comes in the chat often, he is also going to be there as well. So we're going to have fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. Hopefully, when I bought these tickets and when you and me were talking about it, because I know obviously you said you couldn't go.
Yeah.
We never envisioned, oh my God, this is going to be the game.
Yeah.
It's clinched playoffs, but I've been talking about it with a lot of different people. And what was I going to say? And then, a week from today, I'll be flying to Florida. So
nice.
Can't wait for the vacation.
I'll have you'll see if you see a big obnoxious Colts fan it might be my buddy, which invited me to that game. So I'll have a buddy from Arizona there, which is really cool. But I hope they get the win for you, man.
Yes, sir. So, Sox, what are you going to do when the drugs wear off? MH always
No,
bringing, excuse me,
just
Hay is
get
always
more
bringing
drugs.
comedy. See, I mean, I don't know how your girl is, obviously, but a friend of mine, his dad said something to me a few years ago, and he said, when you have a girlfriend, it's a temporary pain in the ass, but when you get married,
Right.
it's a permanent pain in the ass. So
Yes.
obviously, there's the jokes. You didn't hide the ring in the cake. Jacob says, Alex and Sox, are you ready for this weekend's game? Should be a great one. It's not on CBS nationally, so I have to Paramount Plus to stream the game. Well, at least you get that option. Stupid Patriots game of the CBS game in Connecticut where I am. I'm surprised. Well, actually, no, I'm not surprised because the Pats, they have the New England area. Sox is engaged in Alex can't get a girlfriend, even though he secretly wants a Boston chick. No, thank you. I am a single Pringle. Pringle. Stay like that. All that's good stuff. Alex,
I haven't seen her in the chat in a while.
Yeah, I mean, listen, some people move on.
Hey,
I didn't say, of course. Listen, it's a friendship. Whatever. I do my thing. I do my thing on here. I'm not up anybody's ass. Not like anyone should be up mine. But with that being said, you were saying?
No, exactly. I mean, I'm just yes.
You wake up to a sexy whooping every day. What's to lose? Sox. Hey, that's your question.
That's the goal. I mean, that's the goal. I mean, that's the hope.
Yeah. Much better game to Miami, and Pats have definitely more playoff implications. Yeah. We might be going. And now I will explain something before we get into our first segment. Is my brother actually sold. He went to the Jets, Jaguars. She's currently in depression over the state of the Red Sox. I mean, a lot of Red Sox fans are, maybe including this one.
Yes.
Shouts to Chris. He's got a channel. Definitely go and subscribe to his channel. What was I going to say, though? So I don't know if I told you. Maybe you saw it on my story if I even posted it. We went to the Jets-Jaguars game, a few nights ago. And my brother was so pissed off after it, he actually sold his Jets-Dolphins tickets. We were going to go to the game. He sold 3 of 5. And, obviously he sold them. And now, obviously, they're a little bit more in contention. They just need to win out and have the Patriots, I think, lose one of the next 2.
Right.
And then they'll be in the playoffs. But obviously, if we don't even go to the game or get cheap tickets or whatever, we'll still have a party in Fort Lauderdale to attend. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Okay. But real quickly, I'm going to flip segments a little bit here. Here to go. Let's go over our free agent. And of course, chat, please keep blowing it up. Questions, comments, all this other stuff. Let's go over our free agent predictions. So I'll start with the catcher position. Yeah, it's a this is
not pretty, guys. Just so you know,
yeah, it's not going to be pretty. I thought I at least had some. I did have some right, but I thought I would have a little bit more right. But of course, Jets need a bigger miracle than the Giants. Yeah, the Giants is just a winning in.
Yeah, just got to win a game, baby. Let's go.
At least the Orioles will avoid last place for another year. I guess that's a consolation prize, Tony.
That's that sucks that that's what you got to look forward to.
Yeah. But catcher position. So we had 2 main guys that we put down, Christian Vasquez and Wilson Contreras. We both got it wrong. Christian Vasquez, I believe, went to the Minnesota Twins. You said Boston. I said Cleveland. So you move to another catcher, Wilson Contreras. You said Arizona. I said St. Louis. And where'd he go? He went to St. Louis. So there's my win.
Nice.
Hunter Strickland and Zach Greinke are the free agents I want. Greinke, I mean, he's a interesting character, but I mean, he's older. He's like Rich Hill. So I don't maybe. I don't know. I feel like there's more options, but maybe there's not because the Orioles waited like everybody else. Giants will cannon folder for the Niners to feast on. He means the Niners going to beat the shit out of the Giants in the playoffs. But
in the playoffs, yeah,
probably. We'll see. I mean,
I don't care. I don't care if we lose by 50. I just want to get in the dance.
Get in the playoffs, build off of it, I guess. So, this one has yet to be determined. First base, Brandon Belt. I said he would retire. You said he would go back to San Fran. None has happened yet. No moves were made, of course. Number 2, we both got one right. Anthony Rizzo went back to New York.
Yes, sir.
So that's that. Number 3, Jose Abreu. You said he'd go back to the White Sox. I said he would go to Houston, and I was correct. The next one, Josh Bell. I said he would go to Chicago, is in the Cubs, and you said he would go to Tampa. Well, he went to Cleveland, so we were wrong. Miguel Sano, you said he would go to the Giants, and I said he would go to the Rays. He has not been signed yet. Trey Mancini, I said he would go to San Diego, and you said he would go to the Astros. Obviously, hasn't been determined yet either. And Yuli Gurriel, who is still decent for his age. I said he'd go to San Francisco, and you said he would go to the Cubs. Obviously, that has not been determined yet either. And then one more, Carlos Santana. We both agreed on that he would go to Minnesota, but he actually went to Pittsburgh. So there is that. Jacob says, what do y'all think of the Varsho deal? I feel like Toronto overpaid for him, gave up Moreno and Gurriel. Gurriel's a solid outfielder. Everybody looks at the versatility of Dalton Varsho because he can play on a number of positions. I just feel like overall Toronto did not improve this year. I mean,
yeah, I think that's a good way to look at the trade. But the Diamondbacks are, Diamondbacks fans were kind of sad to see that guy go because they don't have much. I don't have much to look forward to, and he was hitting the ball pretty well for a while. But I think Gurriel brings a spark to them, to Arizona.
I agree. Yeah, obviously he could put some relevance there. Jacob, if you know, put it in the chat, or if anyone else knows, what rank was Moreno on their prospects list? I want to know because they may, if that's the case, if he's like a top 5, they probably overpaid. Look, the Eagles got killed last year, first round, and they will most likely have a number 1 seed in the NFC. So why can't the Giants do that next year? No, I mean, the Giants are a favorable comparison on that note. I've compared the Giants to the Eagles myself in terms of last year. But the thing is also as well, they've had, with their, I would say, in and out of the playoffs and all these different things that have been happening in the last few years, they've had some solid drafting. The Giants really haven't hit that note. Yeah. So it's just going to take I think it's going to take maybe 3 years to get to that level. But hey, listen, we'll see. He was top 5. He was the number 1 catching prospect at least. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's an overpay. My personal opinion. Because like Dalton Varsho, Kevin Kiermaier, and whoever the fuck plays right field is going to be their outfield. And they traded away Teoscar Hernandez, who was a really solid hitter. So I'm sorry, they didn't get better. Maybe with rotation, Chris Bassett, but obviously we'll evaluate that. Despite the Mets spending money, I think people better not sleep on the Phillies. I think the Phillies will be, they may be, a little bit better because Rob Thompson's a good manager. But yeah, I mean, they've made some solid moves, Trey Turner and all these different guys. So yeah, definitely. Moving on to second base, we both got another one wrong. Actually, 2. One deals with Tony's team, believe it or not. So Gene Segura, I said he would go to the Red Sox, and Sox said he would go to the Phillies. Well, he ended up going to the Marlins. And then Adam Frazier, we both said Chicago. He went to Baltimore. So there's that. Shortstop, I was right on one. Trey Turner to Philly, and then you said Los Angeles. Then you move down to, this guy's missed by the Red Sox right now, Xander Bogaerts. I said he'd go to Atlanta. You said he'd resign with the Boston Red Sox. So there's that. Carlos Correa, I said he would sign with the Dodgers. You said he would sign with the Yanks. Right now, he's a Met kind of, but that whole physical thing, I mean, it's ticky-tacky. It really is. Let me just mute my tab because I'm just monitoring the chat. Sometimes you have to do that, of course. The Phillies are going to give the Mets a run for their money. I definitely agree with that. Moving forward, though, Dansby Swanson signed with the Cubs. Sox had the Phillies for Dansby Swanson. I had the Red Sox, which, after all, wasn't really far out. Third base, Evan Longoria has not signed anywhere yet. Actually had a decent season with San Francisco, but we both said retirement. So we'll see if he goes to retire. I don't think he will because I think there's some teams interested. And then Brandon Drury, I said he'd go to Detroit. Sox said the Dodgers. I think he went to San Diego, if I'm not mistaken. No, he went to the Angels. So we're both wrong on that one. Can't wait to do these calculations of how wrong we are.
Oh my God.
I'm calling a rematch. World Series, Phillies, Astros. I don't think so. It's very hard the rematch, in my opinion, and I just don't think. I think the Mets is a perfect spot for Longoria. Shouts to Matt, by the way. Yeah, I could see. They've made enough moves to where you could fit in a veteran like that. I have a feeling the Mets might pivot to Devers if Correa falls through. Do you think Devers gets traded before or during the season? Fucking wrong.
I honestly really hope so. I don't have faith that they're going to do that. I think that they're going to let him play out the season and walk like Xander did. But I think that's just the state of the franchise right now. I'd like to trade him if they've shown what direction they're going in.
And that's what with the kids.
Yeah, I mean they want to go with the kids and trade away all the talent, or let all the talent walk.
Well, I guess that's that, like the Miami Marlins and some of the other teams we've seen.
Hopefully it pays off in the long run. But yeah, I think Devers probably goes. He'll go sooner or later.
He could probably be a Dodger.
Yeah, somebody's gonna pay that guy a lot of money.
I just have that in the back of my mind because they lost Justin Turner, and I know they have some like backups there, Max Muncy and whatever. But hey, we'll see. Left field. So we both got this wrong. We didn't even guess the incumbent team, but Michael Brantley. You said he would retire. I said he would be a Twin. Well, we were wrong on that one. He is back in Houston. Andrew Benintendi. We both said New York. Well, guess what? He's a Chicago White Sox. AJ Pollock. I think he's just recently signed with a team. If I'm not mistaken, he is a free agent, actually. So obviously it's up in the air right now, but you said Atlanta, I said Seattle. David Peralta is still a free agent. It's not somebody I'm really fond of. I said Colorado, you said Chicago. Jurickson Profar, who I think is still a free agent as well. I said Chicago, and you said back to Texas. And then finally for left field, Jock Peterson. I said Texas, and you said Seattle. He went back to San Francisco. Yeah, Sox, I don't see any direction in Boston right now. Yeah, that's a good point to be made.
Yeah.
And then Jacob says Mets and Boston match up well. Beatty, Alvarez, Mauricio would be a great package for Devers, or at least to start. I mean, let's see. If they now put this in perspective, of course, if they were to get Correa, he would play, I believe, third base. I believe at least. So you have Lindor or Correa could play second. So there's that. Beatty right now, as if Correa signs, he doesn't have a spot, so he could either play the outfield or play DH, but that's not really what they want him to do, I guess, because you got Vogel back there. So you could put Beatty in the deal. And obviously that would be a direct fit because Devers plays third. Mauricio, I mean, I've seen him a couple of times in Brooklyn. He's a good hitter. I think he's an outfielder. I forget what position he plays. And Alvarez, they need a catching. Obviously, the Red Sox, could use a better catcher, but the problem is who the Mets going to take a catcher because they really don't have a plan outside of Alvarez. So there's that. Titans Cowboys 1-score game, and the Giants are going to beat the Colts on Sunday. I have faith, but the Giants always try to make it easier for the other team than really expected. So let me just see what the score on this one 10-6. Okay, so it's not as bad, but it's still pretty garbage. Mauricio's a shortstop. That's what I thought. Seattle after Reynolds hard as well. Pollock might be out there for a while. Yeah, Pollock's your typical. He used to be a D-back. I remember his days with the D-backs, but yeah, he used to be. He's a quality depth piece. Nothing too serious to consider if you're a team looking for a left fielder, or an outfielder, or a starting outfielder. But I don't want the Yankees to sign him, but I would like them to go after Reynolds, but I've seen people say it doesn't make sense. I know LA Yankee King One of our loyal supporters says it doesn't make sense. I think it does. You get a stud catcher and a young third baseman and shortstop in the making, Mauricio. But the thing is with that is you're probably moving Story to short, and you're Justin Turner. I forgot out as well.
Justin Turner, yeah, he'll be playing. He'll be playing third to start the season.
So you're in a little bit of a conundrum there.
Yeah, I mean, when you bring in an old Turner, it's like it's almost in the woodwork that they're going to trade Devers. It's just I bet you there's teams calling like nobody's business right now.
Yep. Devers and Ohtani are free agents up after this upcoming year. If I'm the Mets, I'm willing to wait for them to hit free agency, sign them instead of trading for them. Yeah, this is definitely a good point. Or, you could always reverse that and say, hey, listen, I'm going to trade for these guys, give up the package, and don't let them even test the market. But obviously, you could, be one of the first in there to, sign them and whatnot. Nimmer says, Giants 30, Colts 16. We'll see if they put up 30. I mean, they're a solid defense. But keep these questions coming, of course, guys. Tony says ESPN is predicting the Texans beat Jacksonville 30-16. I really don't see that, to be honest with you. I see Jacksonville winning. It's not like Jacksonville is sitting any players. I mean, they still got a division to play for. Boston also has a stockpile of shortstop high-end prospects. Don't they? That could also be an issue. I think he says it could also be an issue, but yeah. No, that's a good point to make. That's a good point. Just went over left field, center field. Sox, you were right on Brandon Nimmo because he went back to the Mets. I said he'd go to the Dodgers. Kevin Kiermaier, you said he'd go to the Sox, and I said he'd go to the Cubs. Well, he went to the Blue Jays, and Kevin Pillar is a free agent still. I said he'd go to Miami. You said he would go to San Francisco. You said Judge would go to San Francisco, and I said, well, he's coming back to New York.
I think I was just hoping. That was hopeful, wishful thinking.
Yeah. Sometimes it's better. Sometimes, it's better thinking with your heart than your head sometimes. Shouts to Tudo. What is going on, Tudo? Hope you had a good Christmas. Hope your rugby league is doing well. Toro loves the Dead Red podcast. Well, maybe Sox loves Toro. I don't love Toro. I think
Toro.
I think he's cringy.
Toro. Yeah, I think Toro. Well, he's a little cringy. It reminds me of Benny the Bull a little bit.
Benny the Bull. How many points do you think the Jets can score and Giants? Giants 24 and the Jets against the Seahawks.
Giants
That's a good question. I'm going to say like 20. No, I can't go that far. They don't have that good of a weapons. I'm going to say 23. Matt says, I get that these outfielders were one of the best options, but the fact that Cashman didn't even sign one of them when we desperately need hitting is really annoying. Yeah, I mean, listen, obviously I was one of those guys like, okay, we got to see what they do with the outfield situation. But it's all down to the trade market right now. If you don't get a trade market outfielder, I mean, I've seen people throw out the name of Robbie Grossman. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? Robbie Grossman, guy who's been injured, was brought up by the Astros, he's a Tiger, he was, no, that's a stopgap option. It's not what we want. I'm a Reynolds guy. I don't know why people are scared of, giving up prospects for no reason. And I think it's infuriating because, well, guess what? That's kind of been the mantra of the Yankees last few years. Just keep those prospects for guys that you could, win now with. Now, is Reynolds a game changer? Probably not, but he softens up the need of outfield, definitely. The Outback Collector says, do you think the Red Sox could use Trevor Bauer? I think if it pans out, they could.
Yeah. I mean, I saw a joke today that was kind of unrelated, but it said that the Red Sox are building a top 5 AL East rotation, which is so funny because they're going to be finishing in last place, and that's not funny at all, actually.
I just like how you finished seriously because you started laughing in the beginning. You're like, nope, that's not. The
Red Sox can use anybody that'll help them, win games right now.
They lost like 3 starters in free agency: Eovaldi, Walker, and I'm missing one, Rich Hill.
And is Sale going to be healthy? Is Paxton going to be healthy? We're screwed.
Yeah, there's that, and we've talked about pitching prospects for you guys. Like Cutter Crawford's more of a relief pitcher.
Yeah.
Or at least has been used like that. I mean, Garrett Whitlock is probably not going to be. You would like him not to be a starter.
Yeah, but they're going to force them into starting roles and ruin their careers, and then we got to get better at that for sure.
Agreed.
What's
up, Donovan? What's going on? The problem with trading for Reynolds or any outfielders, it fixes one problem when there's other needs offensively. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, me and Matt kind of disagree on the concept of, free agents and some of the young guys. Like, I believe the Yankees could start Peraza at shortstop. I don't think they needed Correa. But obviously a lot of that opens up if you get rid of Aaron Hicks, you trade that contract, if you get rid of Josh Donaldson. But the Yankees are unwilling. That's why I get a lot of people's, I would say disdain for Brian Cashman and some of the shit he's done, because at the end of the day, he got Rodon. Yeah. But what else has he got? He signed 2 guys that he should have signed back. It would be hysterical to see Hicks end up as a starting left fielder and he has monster year to shut Yankees Nation up. I could definitely see the starting left fielder part, but Tony. So that second part, Tony, I'm going to be completely transparent, as we like to say on here. I'm going to be completely transparent. That's about as. I think Evan Neal has a better chance of committing a turnover. Now, now, Sox is laughing, but there is actually context behind it. Apparently, Tony made a bet with Donald a few weeks ago that Evan Neal was going to force the first turnover or something like that.
Oh, really?
Which doesn't make a ton of sense.
I mean, you never know. You need somebody gets hurt, the backup gets hurt, and then boom.
Alex, it's 4 a.m. here Friday. This afternoon, 6 p.m. is our last match test of regular season. We're 12-7, and now we have to win today to get into the playoffs, or we will be out, boss. It's about live or die today. Yes, sir, Tudo. Appreciate the support. Hopefully you guys do good on the field. I have the flu, but getting better. Hopefully you get better, my man. Appreciate the support you come in here.
With that being said,
there are 792 major leaguers. The question is Aaron Hicks the worst player in the MLB right now? I don't think he's the worst.
No.
One of them. He's not the worst. I think, shout out to LA Yankee King, I think the Yankees DFA Donaldson and Hicks will be traded. I mean, I would like, both off the fucking team, to be completely honest. I have a better chance of winning the lottery than Hicks does having a monster year, hell an average year. I mean, yeah. I keep hearing that. I mean, I have a better chance of buying a beach house in Hollywood, Florida than Hicks actually, having a solid year. I keep hearing Mike Trout's the Yankees in a trade. People have been talking about this as of recent. I don't know how true the rumors are that, like, they want to trade him, or it's like they want to get him out of the outfield, or the contract. I don't know. It's all bullshit there in the other LA, the Anaheim, I should say. I don't know if we touched on DH, but JD Martinez, we both said back to the Sox. We were wrong with that one because he went to the Dodgers, and to be honest, that really wasn't surprising. Starting pitching wise, I only got one right. We just marked down a few more wrongs that we got on here. Jesus Christ, a couple more wrongs. So only one right, at least for me. You got none right, but it's about the same accuracy. Verlander, I said he'd go back to Houston. You said San Diego. Well, he went to the Mets. Noah Syndergaard went to the Dodgers. You said Mets. I said Baltimore. Carlos Rodon, I said San Diego. You said Texas. Well, he went to the Yankees. Nate Eovaldi, we both said Tampa Bay. And there's also a connection I want to bring up in a little bit. But he actually went to, I think he went to, where the fuck did he went to Texas. Moving forward, I said DeGrom would go to Texas. Sox said he would go to Philly. Sean Manaea. I said he would go to Boston. Sox said St. Louis. He went to San Francisco. Chris Bassett went to Toronto, but I said he would go to Atlanta. Sox said he would go to Oakland. Andrew Heaney, we both agreed on the Dodgers, but actually went to the Rangers. Taijuan Walker went to, I forget what team he went. I think he went to the Phillies. I said he would go to the Colorado Rockies. You said Toronto. Michael Wacha went to who the hell did he go to? Somebody's name that I can't keep up, but Walker signed with somebody. He went. Okay, so he is actually quote unquote still a free agent. I thought he wasn't. But LA, Boston, you said Boston, I said LA is in the Angels. Jameson Tyne, we both said Baltimore. He went to Chicago, is in the Cubs. Mike Clevenger went to the White Sox. I said Philly, and you said Atlanta. So there is that. Trout loves Maryland. I know he loves the Eagles too, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I will be the WWE champion in 2023 before Hicks will have a monster season. Correction, Alex. Hal Steinbrenner got Judging Rodon, not Brian Cash Fraud Cashman. Yeah, you're right. By the way, I'm not done training as a professional wrestler. Well, keep that going, my man. Keep that going. Keep training and all that good stuff. But into the final category, some of these I haven't I have to mark wrong again, so it's going to be interesting. Kenley Jansen went to the Red Sox, and I said San Diego. You said Atlanta. Andrew Chafin hasn't been signed yet. I don't think Michael Fulmer hasn't been signed. I think I was talking to Tony the other day about it, or I was talking to somebody about Michael Fulmer and whether he'd be a fit or not for somebody. Corey Nabel has not signed yet. Will Smith has not signed yet. Chad Green has not signed yet. Adam Ottavino went to the Mets. You said Seattle. I said Kansas City. Let's see. David Robertson went to the Mets. I said Minnesota. You said Oakland. And then Tommy Kahnle went back to the Yankees. Let's see. I said Philly, and you said Cincinnati. So it's time to do the infamous calculations of how many we got right, how many got wrong. And this is going to be a very interesting batting average. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. So Sox was 2 for 37, and I was 6 for 37. So we need to get back in the bat. It's not terrible, but we need to get back in the batting cage, clearly.
Yeah.
So percentage-wise, Sox is hitting an 054, which isn't great, but I'm not that much better, of course. Me being 6 for 37, that's like Aaron Hicks every year, 162. So
hey, over 150. That'll apparently keep you a job.
Yeah. The Mendoza line of the standards of today. Yeah, I was at like 33%.
Yeah, early on.
Yeah, early on I was doing pretty good, but unfortunately, Alex, keep an eye out for the mailman tomorrow. Did you send something again?
Uh-oh.
I didn't tell you because we obviously haven't had a show in a while. And I shouted him out on I think it was 2 weeks ago on the Boys in the Big Apple podcast. He sent me a $100 TD gift card, a $50 Amazon gift card, and he also sent me Derek Jeter's draft card.
Whoa. See what you get for putting out good content, Big Blue.
Yes. And listen, we give back. We do all these sort of things. Tony, by the way, your thing was mailed at like 5 o'clock today. Mailed him a gift card because he won the bingo for Boys in the Big Apple. We got to advertise that a little bit more, of course. And obviously, as I mentioned, this podcast and Boys in the Big Apple and some of our live shows as well, we're going to be taking a little bit of a break. And then we'll be coming back second, third week of January. Just want to take a little bit of a break. I did this last year as well. Kids, were you listening? This is how you count. And no, Cashman, this is not how many teams are interested in Aaron Hicks. Shout out to Beantown Breakdown.
Hey, what's up, man? Beantown, my man?
And I got a surprise I'm cooking up for you as well. For me or for someone else. Because if that's the case, I appreciate all your guys' ongoing support. And
that's awesome, man. Appreciate you guys being here.
Of course, you guys are a big part of what we do, and I can't wait to get into reflections later on when we reflect on the channel, we reflect on the support all year round. because our channels have grown a lot, and it's going to keep going. But obviously, let's see, 6 for 37, 2 for 37. We can move on a little bit, and I'm only going to include the major teams in this section, and that's the off-season grades. For me, thank you, Tony. I appreciate that, my man. Alex, you know me. I have to take shots at Cashman. I didn't say they were unwarranted. Listen, they're pretty warranted shots.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
And now, why is my computer? I hate this shit. So now I think, yeah, it's called dealing with a Mac. So basically, the other night, first of all, my brother got an iPad for Christmas. And I'm like, you know what? This charges, this has the same wire as a Mac charger. Okay. So with that being said, I'm like, you know what? Let me take it down. That's the first thing I saw. So I took it down and now it's not charging. So I'm on 5%. I will be split second right back.
Do it. I got you guys.
You got the chat.
Tony, I saw that you said, that's nice of you to give Alex a gift, by the way. I saw that you said, my surprise for Sox will finally happen when he finally listens to Megadeth, a tout le monde. And I just got to let you know, Tony, that I have a long list going here of all these songs. And I don't usually do this, but I'll let you know that within the next 10 videos, your song will be in there. And it's been a long time. I know. I appreciate you waiting. But if you guys don't know, head over to Big B Reactions. That's my music reaction channel. And drop a comment. I'll add your song to the list. Tony's a big supporter of the channel. I really do appreciate it, my man. Outback Collector says Red Sox fail. It's just like they don't have a direction, you know. The rotation has been a struggle now for ever since Chris Sale got injured, and he keeps getting injured. I saw a stat that said he's pitched in 11 regular season games since 2020. It's like he hasn't seen the field. Hayes says, do you listen to country rap? No, I mean, we react to everything on the channel. I don't listen to it regularly. I have kind of a small, it's growing, but I have a small repertoire of music that I listen to regularly. But throw it in the comments on Big B Reactions, man. I think the link is down in the description, so you can do it, and I'll react to it, man. The Sox are a ship with no rudder in a damn hurricane. And Beantown, that's a good point, because I don't even think that they're a ship right now. It's like it's one of those little rescue boats and one paddle, and the paddle's broken. Appreciate you being here, Beantown. Sox, do you follow hockey at all? Who's your favorite team? I appreciate these questions, guys. Let them fly. I don't follow hockey as much as I'd like to, but if I was, we've talked about this on the channel before, I'd be a Red Wings fan. And I used to root for them back when Pavel Datsyuk, I met Shane Larkin one time. Cool guys, but I root for the Bruins now as an honorary fan. But
as an honorary Boston fan. Well, I mean,
did you find your charger?
Yes, I did. I found the right charger and all that stuff. But what was I going to say? Detroit really has no good teams, so there's that.
Yeah, I mean, and the city just absolutely smells like poop and diarrhea. That place stinks.
I have no ambition ever to go there. Like,
I'm glad I went there. Like I said, it was cool to see Ford Field, but that's about it.
Like, I feel Chicago could be a nice city in some ways, maybe like near was it Wrigley Field? Like, I've seen pictures and stuff like that. But it's like Detroit. Like, I've never seen a good picture of Detroit.
Yeah, true. To me, Chicago would, in my mind, look a lot like Detroit did.
Yeah. I'm Coyotes Nation. So basically, before I get to some other questions and whatever, he's Arizona Coyotes Nation, not because of Sox Arizona, but a few weeks ago on Boys in the Big Apple, he asks our friend Angry John, listen, I'm the irrelevant fan. I need to root for a hockey team that sucks, basically. And he said, okay, well, Arizona Coyotes are pretty bad, and they don't really have their own stadium.
Yeah.
So they share, I think, with Arizona State or something like that. But yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever spilled ragu on the white tee?
I only wear white. I just got home from work right before. So I wear white tees under my work shirts. That's the only reason I have this on. I usually don't wear white tees. I usually wear black tees, but no, I've never spilled ragu on the white tee, whatever the hell that means.
He says, Chicago is terrible. It is literally a war zone. Well, I'm not going there anytime soon then.
No.
I really didn't have an ambition either, to be completely honest. Fire Alex for betraying the Yanks. How did I betray the Yanks this time, Mace? Agree, pick a direction and go with it. The Sox are a ship with no rudder in a damn hurricane. Do you listen to country rap? I guess that was a question for you.
Yeah, we
But
talked
just
about that.
For my 2 cents, I said, yeah, mostly rock. When he finally listens to Megadeth. Oh, yes, the Big Beat reactions list.
Yeah,
Delaware
I told
smells
him
awful. Delaware's like,
oh,
it's such a state.
it's such a state.
Okay. There's that.
We gotta
Okay,
clip that. We gotta clip
put that
that
on the clips. Okay.
Yeah, it's such a state.
Whatever that means. Yeah, we have another thing to add. But it's like, what the fuck is there to do in Delaware besides Dover Raceway?
Is there okay? I trust me, I'm not from around that area of the country. Is there a beach in Delaware? Is that a beach state?
There might be.
Okay.
Small
I know
state.
it's a small state. I was gonna say, does it smell like fish?
I hope not. Delaware is it is a state. I guess it is a beach state. Favorite Red Sox transaction? I wonder if you could even have one.
I mean,
Yoshida,
honestly,
maybe?
I like Yoshida. We'll see what he does. But honestly, I like Story. I think he's gonna have a lot of potential. He has a lot of potential. So we'll see how that goes.
Can we get in without a win this weekend? There's like a dozen scenarios. There's to be completely honest, there's 9 other scenarios where the Giants can get in. I think you have a bunch of tie situations, which no. But
one of them I know is Seattle. Is it Detroit and Seattle need to lose? Even if we
Detroit
lose
and Washington, and then there's like a 3-set. There's a bunch of scenarios. I gotta look them up at some point. Yes, we can, but who wants to?
Yeah.
Of course. But so we'll go into, of course, guys, keep spamming the chat with all the funny ass comments and all the good stuff. We're gonna go into off-season grades. I think we'll start out with the Yankees. And obviously it doesn't have to be a 1 to 10. It could be just like an A, B, C, B minus, C minus basis. And this is just so far. Obviously, the offseason, we'll fully grade probably around February, March. And then our predictions will come in handy as well, which I have to find those predictions because it's it's interesting to look at them. Yankees, they got Aaron Judge back. They got Carlos Rodon, and they also have Anthony Rizzo back. They need a left fielder, and they still haven't traded Josh Johnson nor Aaron Hicks. But they also lost Matt Carpenter, Jamison Tyon, and Andrew Benintendi. I'm going to go with probably a solid B for right now.
Okay. I can see that. I just found out that Jeter Downs got claimed by the Nationals. So no longer Jeter Downs in the Red Sox system, which is kind of crazy to me. I thought that was a prospect we were trying to build, but also released Eric Hosmer, which the San Diego Padres were paying most of his contract. The fact that we lost a few of our rotations so far, pending Michael Wacha, without really signing a big arm, Kenley Jansen. We'll see if he can add some, support to that bullpen, but it's gonna take a lot more than that. I'm gonna give a solid 4 out of 10
for the Red Sox,
which would be a D. Yeah,
which would B plus for keeping Judge. Says B. What would you give the Yankees? And I'll give my obviously thoughts on the Red Sox.
My bad. I didn't know we were going like that. Probably Judge is huge. I like a B plus.
Okay. I do have the Sox up next in some of their transactions. So they subtracted Michael Walker, Xander Bogaerts, Nathan Eovaldi, Rich Hill, Eric Hosmer, Matt Strom, and JD Martinez. While they did pick up, and I haven't asked you about one of these yet, which is actually going to be interesting. Kenley Jansen, Masataka Yoshida, Chris Martin, reliever, Justin Turner, Joey Rodriguez, and Corey Kluber. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm like, man, it seems like it takes a lot of work to go and get somebody. And you're going to do all this work. Red Sox are calling for, a big name or maybe a big helpful arm. And you go it's a solid veteran guy. I think it's a clubhouse type deal. It's not a huge splash, but as well as Chris Martin, it's just kind of built for structure right now. That's how I feel about it.
Sox, do your parents know you're engaged?
They do. They are very happy for us.
That Sox list of subtractions is so bad. They lost a lot.
That's bad. No, they lost a lot.
They lost a lot, and they don't really have supplements for it.
Right. We got Kenley Jansen.
Yeah. The Lord and Savior. The Lord and Savior. I did not agree with that. The Dodgers, they got JD Martinez, Noah Syndergaard, and Clayton Kershaw, while also subtracting both Turners, Trey Turner and Justin Turner, Andrew Heaney, Cody Bellinger, Chris Martin, Craig Kimbrell, Joey Gallo, and Tyler Anderson.
I mean,
because grading an off season is kind of different from grading a team. Let's see. I'm gonna go because I think JD Martinez is kind of like what they did with Pujols last year, and they add Noah Syndergaard, who was like the Tyler Anderson replacement. I'm gonna go B-, C+.
I was going to say C-. I
think the Dodgers are worse off. Will the wedding be at Fenway?
That'd be freaking awesome, man. Especially if we lived closer. But no, it'll be somewhere nice in the forest, somewhere quiet.
What about your principal?
Principal.
What do you mean by that?
First of all, if I was in school, it'd be principal spelled the other way. But no, I'm not in high school.
I don't know why it's so funny, but yeah. I don't think she is.
She a Met fan? No, she's a Padres
converted
fan,
Red Sox fan, right?
It's converted Red Sox. Yes.
Converted Red Sox fan. That's what it mostly is, unless you get a sports girl and
Die hard. Yeah.
Die hard. Yeah. I'm ready, man. Listen, I'll be there rocking the Colts game and all these other different things. The Talking Giants crew's having a party at a Candlewick after, whether we lose or we don't. Yeah, man. Just as I said in the chat before, when I bought these tickets, whenever the fuck I did, I think it was November or October. I had no idea I was picking tickets that would be, oh my god, we're gonna clinch a playoff berth. But yeah, Miz also has a channel, so definitely go subscribe over there. What about the best man? Well, definitely, obviously, Sox has some contention for that. Not for me, of course, but he's got some good friends over there.
Big Blue will get an invitation, that's for sure.
Oh, you're so nice.
Mm-hmm.
I need, there is obviously I do need to go to the West Coast for something, whenever that is.
Hey, that might be a good time. 2024 summer.
Yes, sir. Congrats on getting engaged, by the way, Andrew. Much love.
My man, Caleb, thank you, my man. I appreciate it. I haven't seen you in a while. I miss you. I appreciate it.
So moving on to Tony's team. Obviously, guys, questions, comments, keep spamming them in the chat. The Orioles, they got Adam Frazier, Kyle Gibson, Mike Givens, and James McCann from the Mets. They also subtracted Jordan Lyles. I'm going to go C+. Because none of those moves are, none of those moves really change anything.
Yeah, it's early.
It's early for them, and I think they need a bat, to be honest. Solid C. I agree. Next one is the Cubs. They've had an active offseason, more than most. They got Tucker Barnhart, and they also let go of Wilson Contreras. They signed Dansby Swanson, Drew Smyly, Cody Bellinger, Tucker Barnhart mentioned, Jamison Tyon, and Brad Boxberger. I'm going to give the Cubs a B minus.
Yeah. I think, Bellinger, if Bellinger turns it around, that could be big. But he's been very, very quiet the last couple of years. I don't even know
Ever
what
since that
happened.
50 some odd home run season, I know I'm gonna trigger Tony with this one. He's like a very much better version of Chris Davis. Like, you remember when he
Yeah,
had that
that's fair.
53 home run season and he just fucking
Yeah.
crashed?
He had a streak of not getting a hit for a long, I don't even know what, 93 at bats or something like
Let's
that.
take a look at that. Chris
He
Davis.
broke it against the Red Sox at Fenway.
Oh, I'm surprised about that. 0 for 54.
Okay, 0 for 54.
2019 or 2018.
Yeah.
But let's see. No, not hitless innings, you idiot. 62 consecutive. Well, now it says 62 consecutive play appearances, but yeah.
The world may never know. Anyways, Cody Bellinger can turn it on. That's huge. I think they get a B for the potential.
Yeah. Chris Davis over 50, over 56, over 62, somewhere in that realm.
Okay, 56.
You'd probably know better than I do, Tony. So, moving on, Atlanta Braves. They acquired Sean Murphy. They also re-signed Nick Anderson and Jackson Stevens. They also lost Kenley Jansen and Dansby Swanson. I'm gonna go B minus, C plus. Not that they're a bad team, but obviously, they added it with the catcher position, but they also lost a shortstop, and obviously they have young talents to supplement with that. So I don't know, C ish.
Yeah, C plus.
In terms of making those moves in the offseason, all that. Let's see. Mets. This one's going to be an interesting one. They added Kodai Senga, Carlos Correa for the moment, Jose Quintana, Edwin Diaz, Justin Verlander, Adam Ottavino, David Robertson, and Brandon Nimmo, while also subtracting James McCann, Jacob deGrom, Chris Bassett, Seth Lugo, Trevor May, Mike Gibbons, Joely Rodriguez, and Taijuan Walker.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say they had a stellar offseason or like the best offseason in history, even though they are known to be, offseason champs. Sorry, MH. I'm going to go A minus, B plus, in that range.
Yeah, it just seems like it's hard to grade it an offseason early because of the potential. You don't know how everybody's going to fit in the scheme, but I like a B minus there.
Well, I'm a hater now, but yeah, it's all good.
Offseason champs.
Yeah, offseason champs. So we got a few more to do. The Giants. Now they did lose out on Carlos Rodon. They also lost out on Aaron Judge, as we all know, Arson Judge, as John Heyman would say. They got Sean Manaea, Mitch Haniger, Michael Conforto, Jock Peterson. They re-signed, and Ross Stripling, while also subtracting Carlos Rodon and Taylor Rogers. I'm gonna go with B minus,
and subtracting technically Correa from their adding Correa.
That's the other play I was thinking of.
The way they fucked that up, I'm gonna give them a D.
Okay. F. See, I'm the most polite one, but not like I give a shit about San Francisco anyway. Hey, listen, we'll see what happens, but I'm not saying that the Mets didn't have a good offseason. They've had right now. I think they're better if you add Correa onto the roster. I think they're better constructed than the Yanks, personally speaking. The Texas Rangers, they really haven't subtracted anyone notable, but they've added 4 starters: Jacob deGrom, Nate Eovaldi, Andrew Heaney, and Martin Perez. Now, I think they were pretty decent offense last year, but the pitching is terrible. I feel like the bullpen may need supplement, but right now I'm gonna go a solid A.
Where's Simeon? He was in Texas, right? Did they lose him?
He was in Texas. He had a really bad first half of the year, and then just elevated his play. He finished last year with a 248 average, but he was like god awful in the first half.
I like what the Rangers did. I think they might be really competitive. I'll give them a B+.
And I'm trying to think because, the Astros are going to be competitive every single year.
Yeah, but the rest of the division, you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, the rest of the Rangers could be like third place. The Athletics are going to be at the bottom. So, to note, pre-All-Star break, he was hitting 239, and then post-All-Star break, he was hitting 259. So, obviously, there was an improvement.
Yeah.
The Phillies definitely will be one of the few teams that we do. Blue Jays, Chris Bassett. They also added Kevin Kiermaier and Dalton Varsho, while subtracting Ross Stripling and Lourdes Gurriel.
C. Solid C.
I like a C. C is for Cookie, and it's good enough for me. Anyway, Astros. They got Jose Abreu, Rafael Montero, who's one of their better relievers, and Michael Brantley. So 2 re-signings, 1 actual signing. And Jose Abreu, they signed from the White Sox, and then they let go of Justin Verlander. They obviously let him go to the Mets. I'm going to say B-.
C+.
I think is appropriate. C+. Okay. Blue Jays D, A, Astros A. A lot of good grades coming in the chat. White Sox, they got Mike Clevenger and Andrew Benintendi, but lost Jose Abreu. B.
Yeah. B-.
I'm going to look at the Phillies real quick because thank you, Tony, for reminding me. Phillies right here. So they signed Trey Turner. They signed Taijuan Walker. They lost Zach Eflin and Gene Segura. They lost Noah Syndergaard. They got Craig Kimbrell, who I believe used to be a Philly or was known in Philly. They lost David Robertson. They lost Kyle Gibson. They lost Chris Davinsky. And I don't think they've made any trades. I'm going to go a B, solid B. I don't know. I'm just not outside of Turner. I'm not wowed.
That's fair. I'll give him a B-.
Phillies A+. Wow. So
okay.
That might be your National League team, Tony. That might be your National League team to root for. But I'll give the chat a minute or two to throw out maybe like 1 or 2 teams we could do more, and then we'll move on to the Hall of Fame ballot portion, and then the rest of the show, of course. So give a minute or two just to throw out a team or 2 or whatever team you want us to do in terms of off-season evaluating, and then we'll move forward. Now, let me ask you a question because we didn't have shout-outs to Chris the Flash, by the way. He did share us out on Twitter. So
thank you, my man.
Him. And shout-outs to Jetsos Meso as well. He also shouted us out on Twitter.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
Appreciate it, of course. Now, before I get to Tony's thing and anyone else's, if you had a favorite, because I obviously, we didn't have a show, Christmas movie. Favorite Christmas movie?
I'll be honest with you, and I don't want to take away from anybody's joy or anything about Christmas, okay? But I'm a little bit of a Grinch when it comes to Christmas.
Yeah, that's kind of, I'm going to be completely honest, that's been me the last few years. I'm like, Yeah. Not that I don't appreciate gifts or nothing, but,
Right.
I will watch Christmas movies like, Home Alone, Bad Santa, Elf. Like, those are my, like, top 3.
Okay.
But do you have any like favorites maybe from your past or whatever?
Yeah. I just had to throw that in there, but I like Home Alone a lot, and I like the whole series just because I grew up watching them, and it's crazy how old the guy is now. What's William McCulkin? The fact that he's
Mac McCulkin. I'm just gonna say that because I don't know how to pronounce his full name.
I don't know what I said, but yeah, it's just that's a good movie series, classic, hilarious. I like The Grinch a lot, even though I don't like Jim Carrey. I think that's one of my favorite movies. Are you a Jim Carrey fan? I think he is not funny at all.
I don't think I've ever like had a movie in my mind like, oh my god, Jim Carrey was in that movie. I'm like,
Right, exactly.
yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of guys like that you're just like, oh my god, he's not funny.
Bad Santa's good. What is your favorite?
I would say like the top three would be Home Alone first two and Bad Santa first two and what was it? The other one I mentioned, Elf.
Elf. Yeah. Like who are you taking? Will Ferrell or Jim Carrey?
I mean, I'm
To
taking Will
build a
Ferrell
team
every day.
around Will Ferrell. Okay.
I'm
I mean,
taking Will
I'll same
Ferrell.
here.
Yeah. So we're gonna do the Padres real quickly before we move on. The Padres. So the Padres got Bogarts, as we all know. They let go of Manaea and they let go of Drury. They also signed Matt Carpenter and Seth Lugo. They also let go of Mike Clevenger. They let Will Myers go. They also let go of Josh Bell. So obviously their main signing was Xander Bogaerts. And then solid DH type hitter, first baseman Matt Carpenter, reliever in Seth Lugo. I think this one earns like B plus, right? B plus.
I was gonna give him a D just because I'm mad at them for taking Xander, but honestly, that's on the Sox. They should have paid that man last year, and I shouldn't be taking it out on the Padres. So they get a solid
Don't
D.
take it out on the team that's near you, Sox.
Yeah.
That's not nice.
I'll be right back, Big Blue.
No problem. So I like the liar. Other than that, Jim Carrey is boring. Yeah, I agree. So while Sox is obviously tending to something, I think now we have two segments in the baseball section left. We have Hall of Fame ballots or build a free agent team. You guys decide. I think I know what everybody's going to go with, but we're going to build not in terms of free agents that have been selected, free agents in terms of free agents that are left. See what I did there? Carlos Correa does not count. I'm considering him a Met for right now. So it's either building a free agent team with remaining free agents, or we're going to go ahead and do the baseball Hall of Fame ballots first. Our own, of course. So I'm just going to get both pages up anyway. And I'm also going to get a tally down just in case. Well, obviously, just for when we do this whole thing of selecting each player and all that stuff, it's going to work like a draft. Of course, I like both. So once Sox comes back, I'm most likely leaning towards the free agent one because I think it's fun. Obviously, you have to test your luck with some of these different guys, but I'm just going to get Spot Track up. Hopefully, I trust Spot Track enough in order to go out there. And yeah, so Tony says Hall of Fame ballot. I think I'll put it in the chat maybe as a short poll here. MLB Hall of Fame. Type really fast and loud, so apologies. Free agent, build their own team with remaining. All right, so I'm going to put a poll real quickly. Let's see what the chat said. You better draft Strickland. Sox went to set up their wedding real quick. You're a funny guy.
MH. You guys are hilarious.
So I put up a poll. I'm gonna leave it up for about 2 minutes. So we have two options of what to go. The bachelor's party is the mid aspect of the pre-wedding prep, but we have two options of where to go next with our baseball stuff. Building a team with our remaining free agents, or Hall of Fame ballot voting, which both will get done. It's just which one first. So I'll give the chat about a minute to respond to the poll, and we'll see who wins. But yeah.
Favorite traditional Christmas Christmas dish, Christmas main entree. Because there's a few options, you know.
Well, I mean, we do a ham here. So ham and I'll take my ham, mashed potatoes. Sometimes we do. It's kind of like a Thanksgiving thing as well.
Right.
But yeah, I'd ham. What we do is good. Gas lamp district bachelor party at Fred's Mexican Cafe.
See, I don't know about Fred's, but I know about gas lamps. So Tony must know some San Diego.
I had this is news to me. A ham, yes, a ham.
A ham?
Um, yes, a ham or the ham. I don't know
Yeah.
what you guys want to call it, but
We did some of the ham as well for Christmas.
yes.
Yeah.
What are you doing for New Year's, by the way? What's your usual tradition?
Usually, so where I grew up is we're at 7,000 feet elevation and it's cold during New Year's. Like I'm talking between -5 degrees Fahrenheit and 20 degrees
And
Fahrenheit.
that's in Arizona,
Yes,
in
northern
the
Arizona.
desert.
Well, it's northern Arizona, so it's up in the mountains. Arizona's cut in half. The top part's cold, the bottom part's hot. I live in the top part. We would go downtown and they do it instead of a ball drop, it's a pine cone drop because we live in the forest. So they light up the pine cone, drop it, and we would just, it's downtown. So bars are open late, just getting hammered. And I have Snapchats of 12 degrees and we're out there like partying and it's, but I don't get to do that now. So I'll probably just be working.
Get drunk, fall down.
Yeah.
Spent my honeymoon in the gas lamp district. Interesting.
Yeah. That's dangerous.
We just need one more vote towards either being the Hall of Fame ballot or the build your own team. So,
What's your New Year's?
Which one is it going to be? So usually we would go to my late godfather's house to do we would do Chinese food. So there was that, and the tradition obviously has been at ease. Obviously, well, now because of his passing, B, because like COVID kind of screwed it up a little bit. And obviously, distancing and all these different things. But we used to just fuck around, go outside, play basketball. I mean, there was one year it was 9 degrees and we played football. So it's not like we didn't give a shit. But
Yeah.
and then the next year was like 41 degrees. And it's supposed to be warm over here for our New Year's. It's supposed to be like in the 50s, or at least 57 by game time on Sunday. So that's what I'm very interested in.
Yeah, that'll be nice. Yeah, I remember having family around during that time, and my grandpa would be, and he's passed now by at this time now, but he would just throw a baseball with me outside until he literally could not move his arm the next day. I just have great memories of that.
It's funny you say that. Today was the first time I threw a baseball in God knows how long. I got up at 8 this morning with a couple of friends, and we played all three sports: baseball, basketball, and what was it? Baseball, basketball, and football. Right. So we started off with baseball. We just threw a ball around. So there's that. Then we played football. My team won. I scored 1 touchdown out of 5, but made some nice defensive plays. And then
Nice.
basketball, I sucked. I mean, that's a sport I suck at. I'm not going to lie to you guys.
Yeah.
Do you ever go to Times Square, Alex? That's a particular place that we avoid because it's a tourist trap. And, with that being said, there was one year we could have went to Times Square, but we're like, you know what? Let's stick with the tradition because it's always crowded, it's cold, and it's always packed. So, I mean, my mom used to know somebody who's like a captain in the police department or something like that could get us really near the ball. But I'd rather stick with tradition. Can't get my head around a cold Christmas and New Year. Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't like cold weather. I'd rather be in sunny fucking Florida. But hey,
Yeah.
I've grown up with cold weather pretty much all my life. My greatest New Year's Eve was at a bar in DC. Oh, Jesus Christ, Tony. A little TMI. But I guess you started to be PG about it. You started off your New Year's in a exciting way, I guess.
Yeah, with multiple people.
With multiple people, yes. But I think we should do and the poll. I think we should go ahead and do the building the team of remaining free agents. So, you got your Twitter on you via the laptop, right?
Yeah, via the phone actually.
Okay, so I'm gonna send you a link via Twitter of. Now, obviously, you have to adjust it a little bit to adjust it. Spot track remaining free agents that are available, and just make sure obviously all your settings are there. And then we're gonna draft our teams. What was I gonna say? We're gonna draft our teams. Basically like it's a draft. You go, I go, or whatever the case is, and then we'll obviously judge our teams at the end. I will tally them, by the way. Over 100 for both this year in this part of Australia. I'm in over 100 degrees. If that's the case, I mean, wow.
Okay, what do? I just see all the players.
Yeah, so Australia bloody auto correction. So you're on Spot Track. There's a couple of settings, 2023, all teams, all positions, all types, which is good, but also there's it says all statuses, just make sure it's available.
It's unavailable.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to do a quick coin flip on Google. Heads or tails, Sox?
Tails.
So let's do this coin flip. All right. I'm going to randomly flip it again. Well, I should say not again, but it randomly generated when I got on the page. All right. So it is heads. I will go first in terms of drafting my team. It's going to be 83 here on New Year's Eve. Well, let's see. 4 days later, I'll be down there. It's going to be like 84 in Miami. So I'm happy for that. Beach and pool right now. But available free agents. Who do I go first? And we're building 25-man rosters, by the way. Not a simple lineup. So you get to categorize, obviously, how many pitchers, how many infielders you keep. Let's see. Remaining free agents. Who do I pick? I'm going to go bizarre, and I'm going to pick Yuli Gurriel as my first pick in the draft. So Yuli Gurriel, first baseman.
Okay.
And
I will take Miguel Sano.
Right. Miguel Sano for Sox. So we both pick first baseman. Okay. I'm up with the next pick. Let's see. I'm going to go with the reliever, and I'm going to go with Michael Fulmer, the closer. So I automatically have my closer set, and that's going to be Michael Fulmer.
I will take Zach Greinke.
The favorite of Tony. That's to Cookus in the chat. What's going on, man?
Yo, what's up, Cookus? Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. Hope you had a nice Christmas.
All right, so third pick. I'm gonna take Sox's boy, Michael Wacha.
All right,
starter. Sox is probably mad at me, but
yeah. I'm gonna take Big Blue's favorite player, Gary Sanchez.
Wow. Okay. 2022, 23. For me, want to mark it so when people come in, they know obviously what we're doing. Right. So you're picking the one and only Gary Sanchez, who isn't my favorite, but sure. Anything for the Red Sox fan. Next pick. Let's see. I'm gonna take Andrew Chafin. I'm laying off a lot of these hitters so far. Obviously went with, but I'm gonna take a relief pitcher in Andrew Chafin.
Josh Harrison.
All right. Josh Harrison, third baseman. All right. So each team has 21 picks to go because they obviously got the rosters. All right. Next one. I'm not gonna pick him yet because I don't need to. Let me go with Evan Longoria. former Tampa Bay Ray. He's going to be my starting third baseman.
Jose Iglesias.
Hey, you're taking Jose Iglesias, the shortstop. Right. Back to the drawing board for me. So, let's see. Do I go Corey Nabel? I've been very, very adjusted towards pitching. Let me check. Let's see what we're doing here. Can I get the stats on this fucking guy? Career earnings. No, I want statistics. Nah, I ain't gonna take him. I have too many first basemen already. God. All right. This is what happens when you pick from remaining free agents. Damn. Okay. Holy shit, this is hard. It's like, oh my god, this is gonna be interesting. Let me take Corey Nabel. Take another reliever.
I'll take Zach Britton.
Okay, Zach Britton, former Oriole and former Yankee. Back to the drawing board for myself once again. I barely have gone any hitter. I think I've gone 2. Okay. Omar Narvaez is actually signed, so that's not accurate. Let's see how this guy did last year. I guess he's better than any remaining catcher. I'm gonna go Roberto Perez. Catcher.
All right. I'm gonna do. I don't think I have an outfielder yet. I think I'm gonna do. Outfielder. I think I'm gonna do. Fuck it. I'll take Andrew McCutchen.
All right. Tony was talking to me about him today. Andrew McCutchen it is. Center fielder or DH. We got a question in the chat from Cookus. He says, so, Sox, what are your thoughts on Xander signing with San Diego and JD signing with LA?
Yeah. We talked about it, but Xander was tough to watch go. We knew JD was going to happen, and like Big Blue said, it's not surprising that it was with the Dodgers, but Xander being, pretty much told that he's not good enough by the Sox we saw it coming. It was in the woodwork, but now he's close to where I live, so I'm excited to go see him. That's one of the positives to this.
Yes, sir, and especially if the Red Sox go over there.
Which they will. May 19th, 20th, 20th, and 1st.
All right. 1 second. All right, so next pick for me. I really haven't gotten much. I actually have a lot of infield, so maybe we ought to go to the outfield. You already picked your guy in Andrew McCutchen. I think I need to pick my guy, whoever that may be. Oh, God, Kevin Pillar had a bad year last year. Thinking out loud. You know what? I'm going to go with Tommy Pham. Tommy Pham's going to be my guy.
God damn it.
Tommy Pham, left fielder. We're breaking in the outfield.
Fine, I guess I'll go with the freight train. David Peralta.
Okay. 2 outfielders in a row for Sox Arizona. Okay. As he likes Sox's team this far, at least Sox can still watch Bogarts play. Yes, that is true. Okay. All right. Well, I dipped into pitching a lot. Let me see what is left on this market. Oh, God, that looks terrible. Oh, my God, I should have picked earlier. All right. So next pick, shortstop Elvis Andrus. Sox
My
took
right
Jose
fielder
Quincy.
will be Adam Duvall.
Okay. Adam Duvall, right field. All right. So have my ideal shortstop. Now to go to another position of need, which I will not be saying out loud. You know, he may not be bad. I'm gonna go with Cesar Hernandez, second baseman. Right. There's
Did I
that.
draft a third baseman?
I mean, Harrison technically counts as that, unless you want him to be your second baseman.
Yeah, I think he's my second baseman.
Okay.
I'll take Matt Duffy.
Matt Duffy. All right. Third baseman, Matt Duffy.
Excuse my upstairs neighbors are trying to break through my roof right now.
That's always fun. All right. Let's see. I bet both your rosters will finish lower, will finish better than the Red Sox. That's actually, that could happen. That could
Probably.
happen. Okay. Well, I need another outfielder. Maybe not. Maybe I need a second baseman. Maybe I need a third baseman.
We should play fantasy with these teams.
That would be the battle of mediocrity. That'd be fun. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh no, his stats are blowed. They suck. They suck like Delaware. That's gonna be a meme from now on. The hell? Oh my god, this whole class sucks. Give me Robbie Grossman as my right fielder. It's not gonna get any better. It's actually gonna get worse.
I'll take Chris Archer.
Chris Archer, the former top-notch starter. Right. Back to the drawing board for me. I need to dip back into pitching somehow.
What round are we on?
I'm coming up upon my 12th pick. So, yeah, that's a really good idea, Andrew, to play them in fantasy. We would be at the bottom of our levels. Pitchers. I might bite the bullet and go with a certain somebody, but let's see if, what they were doing last year, if they were even doing anything last year. You know what? Give me David Price.
Okay.
I mean, he's always been the Yankees' son, but you know what? We're going to draft him.
All right. I'll take Johnny Cueto.
Johnny Cueto. Talk about past their prime starters. All right. Moving forward, both used to be aces, really. Let's see. You know what? I mean, yeah, maybe. Okay. Fuck, this sucks. Give me Chad Green. Reliever.
Give me Mike Minor.
Mike Minor. Okay. Another starter for Sox's rotation that already has 4 pitchers. All right. Now, let's see. I'm going to tease myself with this position. Not that anyone's going to be good in that position. You know what? Give me Luke Voigt. Luke Voigt's going to be my DH. I feel like one of our lineups is going to be really righty dominant.
Give me Alex Colomé.
Alex Colomé, former closer. All right, so I got 2 more comments here. 3. Sox Arizona needs a catcher. I know he's going to take. Alex
Gary
takes the
Sanchez.
injured player. Yeah, he did pick Gary Sanchez. Night Boys, great content as always. Congrats on your success this year. Thank you, Jacob. Appreciate it.
Thank you, my man.
Let's go Big Blue, by the way.
Yes, sir.
All right, so pick number 15 for me. I've already picked. Okay, all right. So first base, yes. Third base, yes. Second base, shortstop, right field. Okay, this is a position I have to dip into. Is it going to be any good? Probably not. Ooh, oh my God, this class is terrible. Oh my God, I might have to go with somebody that I might not want to go with, but the class is terrible. This is why we're doing this. Oh boy. Oh Jesus Christmas. I might just announce it out loud just to make it funny. Do I go with Kevin Pillar or do I go with Sox's boy, Jackie Bradley Jr.? I'm gonna take
Oh my God.
Kevin Pillar. He's gonna be my center fielder.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna say it. I was gonna let you say it. I'll take Brad Hand.
Brad Hand, another power arm in that bullpen. All right, so we're down to 10 more picks in the draft. These are some of the players left. I should have picked fucking Mancini to be my DH, but that's okay. Nelson Cruz really didn't have a great season last year, and for some reason, he's so stuck on Hunter Strickland. Okay, so I got to review my positions once again. Let's see. First base, yep. Second base, third base, shortstop, right field, left field, center field. Okay, DH. So I got to dig into the deep end a little bit, but I have to start accumulating. So I got, no, Chad Ureen is not going to be my starter. So I have 1, 2. Okay, I need to dip into some position. I have that position in my head. All right. Oh, Christ almighty. This is going to be quite interesting. I think I have a backup plan just in case this guy sucks, which all of them do suck. You know what? Give me Wade Miley.
Nice. Give me
guy.
Archie Bradley.
Archie Bradley going as a reliever. Sox stocking up on these relievers. If you want to know how many of what position you pick, just let me know and I'll announce it out.
Cool.
All right. So I think I'm gonna go back and double dip as in the starter rotation. No, I'm not gonna take him. All right. So this guy I think is gonna be next on my list. And he will be because he had a pretty good ERA last season. Danny Duffy. Starting pitcher. So 1, 2, 3. I have one righty in my rotation. That's nice. All right, Sox, you're up.
How many outfielders do I have right now?
So you have McCutchen, you have David Peralta, you have Adam Duvall, and I believe that's it.
Okay. Give me starts getting tough here.
Well, it's not going to get any better. He's practicing on his shotguns, Jets was mess.
I will take Chad Pinder.
Chad Pinder. And you'll take him as an outfielder?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Down to 8-ish picks to go. Oof, okay. All right. This is where it gets the tough.
It's not going to get any easier.
Yeah. Well, it's not.
No, it certainly is not.
Okay. No. Fucking no. Oh my God, he blew dick last year. Not this guy.
Oh God, who is that?
A guy. Oh my God, he didn't do good either.
This is a guy.
Yeah. Shit. How about him? Maybe this guy will surprise me. No, he didn't do good either. Oh my god. This is such a fray. Did this guy even pitch last year? No. You know what? We're tanking at the end of this. At the end of the day, I'm gonna take Matt Harvey.
I'll take Anibal Sanchez.
That's a concept. Okay. Sox will take Anibal Sanchez, starting pitcher. Okay, so my rotation is officially filled. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I think I know where I need to stock up with these last few picks. Yeah, he did. He did, Tony. He did. He did blow Dick in Delaware. Okay, so I need some backup infielders. I also need a few relievers. Which way I'm gonna go? I'm gonna take Aroldis Chapman.
Nice. Give me Brian Anderson.
Brian Anderson, the reliever or shortstop?
The third baseman.
Third baseman. Okay. All right. All right. So that does that. You picked Archie Bradley. I think this guy was at least solid last year. Give me reliever version of Matt Moore. That will be that. Okay. The tougher gets tough.
How many starters do I have?
You have Archer, Cueto, Minor. That's 3. You have Sanchez. That's 4. And you have Greinke. That's 5.
All right. Well, I'm going to take... How many first basemen do I have?
You have... you got Miguel Sano, and that's it.
Give me Hosmer. Is Hosmer on the board?
Hosmer is on the board because he is a free agent.
Give me Hosmer.
Okay, and with that, I will go Trey Mancini. Back up. Back to you, Sox.
Well, we're going to go with Bundy.
Okay. Dylan Bundy?
Dylan Bundy.
Okay. That's the guy I was talking before. I'm like, oh, he sucks too.
Yeah.
Dylan Bundy, starting pitcher. Shit, I did something wrong. But that's okay. I can always fix it. Okay, give me 1 second. All right. Now I got to sort this shit out. Okay. Starters. 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. 1 of these. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3. Let me just make sure this adds up. 15, 16. Okay, whatever. I'm going to get myself a backup catcher. And I'm going to go... Let's go with Sandy Leone.
Nice. Give me Cole Calhoun.
Cole Calhoun for Sox. Cole Calhoun. Outfielders. So I get 2 of these guys. I just want to make some quick calculations. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's correct. 2 catchers. Yep. 1 starter, 2 starter, 3, 4, 5. That's correct. 1, 2. Let's see. Crap. All right. 1. Because I'm trying to make my calculations. Whatever. Let me go for another outfield piece, and it's no secret because all of them are terrible. Bundy is so bad. All right. Let me go with Jurickson Profar.
Did one of us not take him already?
You might have. Let me just make sure. Let's see. Profar. No, you didn't take him. And I didn't take him. So he is off the board. So this makes us a fourth outfielder. 1, 2, 3, 4.
How many more picks do we have?
We have 2 each. Well, I mean, you got 3, but I got 2 after this. 2, 3, 4.
Robbie Grossman.
I picked Grossman already.
Okay. Tyler Naquin.
Tyler Naquin is your pick. Real quickly, because I don't want to waste time, of course, do my calculations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fucking starters, of course. I'm just trying to make sure my math is correct. Let's see, 5, 6. Off somewhere. Relief pitcher. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1 DH. Well, that would make it there. Okay, so there's that. Let's see what best players on the board. Maybe get another reliever, maybe not. Relief pitcher. Let me go ahead. Nah, maybe not him. I'm gonna go ahead and take Will Harris off the board. Relief pitcher.
Is Trevor Rosenthal available?
Trevor Rosenthal is available.
I'll take him.
All right, down to the final pick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pitchers. So 6, 7, 5, 7, 5, 5, 10, 17, 19. 20. Okay. All right, for the final pick in this draft for myself, I'm going to go ahead. I got to take probably best player available because there might not be a best player available. Well, Mr. Irrelevant's on the Sox side. It's not on my side this time. It's not Brock Purdy. Best player available.
Or Tay Crowder.
Yes. Shit. Let's see. Maybe this guy will be my guy. I'm going to take Ramel Tapia from the Jays.
And Mr. Irrelevant is Tony's boy, Hunter Strickland.
Wow. Okay. So just going to do some quick calculations. Of course, starting pitcher, relief pitcher, catcher, and infielder. Okay. So Sox has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 starters. Get that extra starter in there. Relief pitchers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 relievers. So he's got a 12-man bullpen. In terms of catchers, he has 1. In terms of infielders, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 infielders. And outfielders wise, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 outfielders. So let me see if that does correct Yep, that's actually correct. Yep. So, all right, I'm just gonna read them off. I want Johan in the Hall of Fame. I don't think he's a Hall of Fame. He pitched it was a no hitter, but I don't think he's Hall of Fame worthy. MH got way too injured during the course of his career. But just gonna read off some of the teams, and then we'll move on. Of course. Let's see. So for my team, Yuli Gurriel, Michael Fulmer, Michael Waka, Andrew Chafin, Evan Longoria, Corey Nabel, Roberto Perez, Tommy Pham, Elvis Andrus, Cesar Hernandez, Robbie Grossman, David Price, Chad Green, Luke Voigt, Kevin Pillar, Wade Miley, Danny Duffy, Matt Harvey, Aroldis Chapman, Matt Moore, Trey Mancini, Sandy Leone, Jurickson Profar, Will Harris, and Remel Tapia. For Sox's team, it is Miguel Sano, Zach Greinke, Gary Sanchez, Josh Harrison, Jose Iglesias, Zach Britton, Andrew McCutchen, David Peralta, Adam Duvall, Matt Duffy, Chris Archer, Johnny Cueto, Mike Minor, Alex Colomé, Brad Hand, Archie Bradley, Chad Pinder, Anibal Sanchez, Brian Anderson, Eric Hosmer, Dylan Bundy, Cole Calhoun, Tyler Naquin, Trevor Rosenthal, and Hunter Strickland. Yeah, I will send you the rosters, of course. Tyler Naquin, MVP, still out there. Sox got him. Sox got him up. So there is that. And then real quickly, before we head into our football subject, we're going to go in and conduct our own Hall of Fame ballots 2000 Jesus Christ, it sounded like a little kid there. 2023 version. So let's get this ballot up here. I'm going to put it on the screen, so of course we know who we're voting for, whatnot, all that sort of stuff. Hopefully it's a JPEG. Well, it's a PNG, which makes it okay as well. All right, we're gonna.
I'm not going anywhere. I can still hear you.
Gotcha. All right, so just wait 1 second, guys. We're gonna put it on the screen, and then you guys can also tell us who you're voting for. So actually, I'll make my picks right now. So I'm going to take Alex Rodriguez, Manny Ramirez, Andy Pettit, Andrew Jones, Jeff Kent, Todd Helton. No one from the left category because they're all mid. Billy Wagner, Gary Sheffield, and Scott Rowland. So that's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 guys. Just going to review them again. Alex Rodriguez, Manny Ramirez, Andy Pettit, Jeff Kent, Andrew Jones, Todd Helton, Scott Rowland, Gary Sheffield, and Billy Wagner. So Sox, who are you voting for here?
All right. Let's take a look. This is the first time I've seen this before. Obviously, I like Alex Rodriguez.
Okay.
I like Manny. How many do we get?
Voters for, I don't know how many you get, but vote for as many as you want for the sake of this.
Alex Rodriguez, Manny Ramirez. This is just my Hall of Fame, okay? R.A. Dickey, because the knuckleball I have mad respect for. Jimmy Rollins.
Wakefield.
Well, I'll give it to Tim too. Jimmy Rollins is on there. That makes 4.
You get up to 10 votes, apparently. You'd vote Jimmy Rollins in? I'd be surprised.
I like Jimmy. He's on there for a reason.
He was good, not great, in my opinion, at least.
That's fair. I think that's fair. Carlos Beltran.
The better ones of what we got.
I don't. Gary Sheffield.
Yes.
I'm putting Ellsbury in there, and I'm going to cap it right there.
You're going to put Jacoby Ellsbury in the Hall of Fame.
That's my boy. I told you.
Are you trying to piss me off?
Listen, I told you this is my Hall of Fame before I started this list.
Oh, you were right about that. So that is the Hall of Fame. Now we're going to break into our NFL section. we can start off with picks for this week. So I don't know who you pick, Sox, but I personally picked Dallas coming into this game.
Yeah, I did too.
Got to pull up the scores and
Unfortunately.
all that stuff. It's 27-13 Cowboys, by the way. They won. So we're both 1-0.
I hope Jacoby Ellsbury makes the Hall of Fame just because you said that.
If he does, there's something severely wrong with the Hall of Fame. But wow, thank God Sox can't vote.
I can.
Well, anyway, gonna pull this up on the screen right here. Let's see what else. If I'm forgetting anything, I don't think we are. But let's go with the first one on the dock. Broncos at Kansas City. Broncos just fired their head coach. Kansas City, 12.5-point favorites. I'm taking the Chiefs.
Chiefs win.
Yes. By the way, here are the standings after a few weeks. I am 142-98. Sox is 130-110. So he would need a miracle and a half to catch up to me. But playoff picks are always a different thing.
Remember how this started too? It looked like for a minute Alex was dead in the water, and I forgot what week it was. You had a great week. You would have made some money putting money on those games.
Yeah, I have all the records actually registered up here. My first week, I was 2-14. And Sox was like 11 wins or something like that. But Tony's game, Jaguars at Texans. The Texans are 4-point underdogs, and I'm going to take the Jaguars.
Texans are 4-point underdogs?
Yes, sir.
I'll take the Jags.
Taking the Jags. Okay, so pivotal playoff game for the AFC East this weekend. The Dolphins at the Patriots. The Patriots are 2.5-point favorites, but also Tua Tagovailoa is most likely out for the game, and Jacoby Brissett. He was there last year. Teddy Bridgewater will start.
Okay. Patriots.
I'm going to take the Pats too. Steelers at Ravens. Lamar is most likely not going. The Steelers are 2.5-point underdogs. They also lost to Tyler Huntley in Pittsburgh the last time. Give me the Steelers.
Baltimore.
All right. Next game, Monday Night Football, the Buffalo Bills at the Bengals. Buffalo's 1-point favorites. Give me the Bills.
Bills.
All right, so we already know this game. This one's quite interesting. The Washington Commanders host the Cleveland Browns. 2.5-point favorites. Washington is. Sox, I think I know where you're going on this.
Browns win.
I'm going to agree with you there. And I think we'll also agree on the next one. The Giants are 5.5-point favorites. I'm going to take my Big Blue to clinch a playoff spot.
Can you believe it? Oh my God, those words give me chills. Jesus, just win one game, boys. Let's go. Big Blue wins by 5. I'm
gonna be a party animal.
I got to work. Unfortunately, I got to go to work right after that game. But hopefully, I'll be going to work a happy man.
All right. San Francisco at the Raiders. The Raiders are 9.5-point underdogs, and Jarrett Stidham is the starting quarterback.
Niners.
The Niners. Let's go with the Niners. Jets at Seahawks. Mike White is back starting against the Seahawks, who have taken a downturn. Both teams have lost 5 of their last 6, and the Jets are 1.5-point favorites.
Mike White all day.
Jets is going to hate me for this, but I'm going to go with the Seahawks. Next game, Los Angeles at Los Angeles, the Battle of SoFi Stadium. The Chargers are 6.5-point favorites. Give me the Chargers.
Give me the Chargers.
All right. Panthers at Bucks. Both teams are still battling for their division because it looks like the 2020 NFC East. The Bucks are 3-point favorites. Give me the Bucks.
Give me the Bucks.
The Cardinals with Colt McCoy at the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons, well, they're 3-point favorites. Give me the Falcones.
Give me the Colt McGoat and the Arizona Cardinals.
Your objection is duly noted. There's Bears at the Lions. The Bears are 6.5 favorites total. Actually, 6-point underdogs. The Bears are 6-point underdogs. Give me the Lions.
Give me the Bears.
Okay. All right. Saints at Eagles. Eagles, I think, could clinch the NFC East this weekend with a win and a couple of different scenarios. The Eagles are 6.5-point favorites. Right now, it looks as if Gardner Minshew is going to play, but I'm going to take the Eagles still.
Yeah, me too.
Unfortunately. And now, final game of the week. The Minnesota Vikings at the Green Bay Packers. The Packers are 3.5-point favorites. Give me Green Bay.
You know what? Vikings.
All right. So,
Boy Nimmer.
yes, obviously he's agreeing. But
boy Tony. Yeah, Vikings are winning that game. I'm telling you right
Minnesota,
now.
But trust me, I on Boys to the Big Apple last week, I picked the Packers. Well, it was a bet, obviously, I made a few weeks ago. If the Packers were to win against the Cowboys, I'd pick them to win the rest of the season. And I obviously had to pick the Packers against the Dolphins. And guess what? I won that. But I think we could go and we could save probably the playoff scenarios and the NFL trivia for another time. But I think we could start breaking down New Year's questions, a reflection of the past year. These are some fun sports questions as well. Favorite moment of every sport you watched from 2022?
Oh. Do you have some in mind already?
Please feel free to reply.
Okay, so we're breaking down each 3 sports' favorite moment?
Well, favorite moment from 1, or you could even go 3, or the main sports.
Whichever okay, tell me what your thoughts are. What do you got brewing? Well,
I got Aaron Judge's number 62.
Okay.
Him breaking the record. So that's my automatic 1. I mean, I picked 1, I picked that. It's like nothing lives up to that. Like the Giants, obviously, they're going into 2023 8-6-1. I mean, yeah, obviously that's a great record, but it's not like they've done anything mysterious this year. I mean, they have, but they haven't. The Yankees obviously 62. The Knicks really haven't done anything. The Rangers, I mean, yeah, they got to the playoffs and were lost to the Lightning, but I don't know. Baseball was the 10-game win streak for the Orioles. Football was Texans win last week.
I think the Giants start for me. I think it was 6-1 was definitely for football. I was riding high after that. It's been so tough, man, watching Giants football the last half decade or so, and it was nice to see them get on this start. So I'll take that one. Basketball, seeing the Celtics go to the finals was cool. I really wish they would have won it. It's just kind of still sore subject for me, even though this season's already, we're already way past it. Honestly, we got to respect LeBron playing still. I think it's cool to watch LeBron James play basketball still at his age. He's literally been playing in the NBA my entire life, so it's cool to see that. Specific moments, I'm having a hard time thinking of any. There's so many.
You could leave it off at that if you want.
Yeah, sure.
All right. How about this one? Which sporting events did you attend? And how many?
Oh boy. I remember attending two Red Sox games.
Okay.
Yeah, they were both in LA. I remember I think that's it. Tell me yours while I think.
I'm going to quickly answer this question because I think I know the answer. He's not giving up more than 2 passing touchdowns in any game in the last 2 years. Is it Buffalo? Because Buffalo's had a pretty good D. But so I'll run through the list. Yankee games, I actually got a tally, so I'm going to leave that for last. I've been to one Giants game and one in the preseason, so that's 2. One Rangers game, 2 Knicks games. So that's, let's see, 1 Rangers game, 2 Knicks games, 2 Giants games, so that's 5. You count preseason. Nope, Houston. Wow. The one
Damn.
thing that Houston has an accomplishment with. But so 2 Knicks, 1 Rangers. I gotta tally this. I apologize. I gotta tally this because it's been a lot. It's been a lot. So Rangers 1, Knicks 2, Giants 2. And the next question is going to be real funny in terms of that one. But so the Giants 2, that's already 5. Yankees, I gotta count. So I went to opening day. That's 1. Went to the no-hitter. That's 2. Went to the game where people threw beer. That's 3. Went to a game in August against the Mariners. That's 4. Went to a game where Luis Castillo shut us down. That's 5. Went to Derek Jeter Day. That's 6. Trying to think of any other Yankee games I went to. Thinking.
You put the Miles Straw game?
Yep, that's that. Yep, got that one down. So I think that's it. So 6 plus 2. I've been to 11 total sporting events this year. So that's my calculation.
Honestly, I think those 2 Red Sox games might have been the only. I may have gone to a Diamondbacks game in the summer. But I think the 2 Red Sox games in Anaheim were the only 2 I went to. Michael Wacha's complete game, and I forgot who started the second one. But the 2022 was a year of concerts for me. Like I went to so many concerts. Like I usually go to sports games, but it was music this year. But I hope to get back to more.
Went to 19 games, 1 football, 3 hockey, 6 NCAA basketball. Wow. For a guy that really doesn't like basketball, but that's quite interesting. Now here's the question. What's your record at those sporting events that you went to this year?
1-1.
Okay. So, without factoring in the Yankees, 3-1-1. Never would I think that I would put a tie at the end of mine. Yankees, opening day, win. Game, Miles Straw, win. So that's 5, to my knowledge. No-hitter, obviously a loss. Game against the Reds, that's a loss. Game for Derek Jeter Day, 4. Game where I went against the Mariners, that's a win. So 6-4-1 is my record.
Nice.
Quite creative. All right. Personal accomplishments, new ventures, anything like that.
Personally?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, obviously my reflection on the channel and New Year's resolution, that's going to be totally separate. That's actually the next part, and that's going to be the closing part. But joined NYY News TV this year, had a lot of fun with those guys, being part of a Soul Yankee network, meeting more of the people, even though once again this goes towards the channel, meeting some of the people I've podcasted with and done shit with all in person. That's fun. Obviously going down to my first real trip by myself, going down to Florida in 22 back in January, was pretty fun. So I guess that's a new venture. And yeah, I that's all for things new that I tried, I guess.
Nice. Yeah, I guess for new things, I got a promotion at my job. I moved to California last year, but I feel like this is my first full year in California. So some crazy freaking changes, man. So started a new job and got a quick promotion. So thankful for that. And Obviously, this is the first year that I started the reaction channel, so lots of new things in this podcast as well. So it takes up pretty much all of my time.
That's the next question. Reflection on the channel or channels and a channel New Year's resolution. And I know obviously there's a lot of those people. Well, New Year, new me. That's not
Yeah.
me. That's not me. But reflection on both of your channels, because obviously you have two, and some of the other things you've done as a content creator, really.
Yeah. Well, I'll reflect on Sox first. I'm thankful, I really am, that we have this going for Sox Arizona, because I just literally have not had time to create content over there. I keep up with the Sox as much as I can, but uh, in between Big Beat reactions and taking in Red Sox content, I feel like I don't have time to make my own right now. On top of making working a job, so it's nice to keep this going. As far as New Year's resolution for this channel, I'd like to do maybe a twice a week morning talk, something about the Sox, or maybe even once a week a Sox talk. I've been thinking about doing that for a while. Big B reactions is freaking awesome, man. I love making friends over there, listening to new music. I have a book of new music that I can find, and music's my life. I grew up playing drums, and to have some kind of new material to look at every day and share is amazing. New Year's resolution there is to just go all in, because I feel like that's some kind of content that people really do enjoy. I want to get some drums and incorporate those into the channel as well. So we'll be on the lookout for some cool stuff there. But yeah, it's fun making content, man. I love it. I didn't think I would do that a few years ago, but now here we are with two channels.
Personal accomplishment is I got a girlfriend. I've been on several podcasts this year.
Baby.
So it's my turn. I mean, obviously, I'll reflect in some stuff in the final thoughts. But as far as this channel, man, we started the Dead Red podcast. We've been looking to collab for a while. Going back to what was it, 2021? We did a video, and it was much after that. And then I got a Mac, and a lot of things obviously, shaped up after that. I don't know why I couldn't pronounce two words. So you have that venture. Obviously, as I mentioned, I started NYY News TV, which brought a lot of people over here. Brad, obviously in the chat, who likes to, fuck around with me. So there's that. Obviously, going back from the Dead Red podcast, Jeffrey, Tony, they came to my channel, subscribed, and have been loyal supporters since. As far as other parts of the channel, I mean, part is Big Blue in the Bronx podcast. I've been getting people on for opposing teams. I mean, I'm having trouble with a Colts guest for tomorrow, but I've been pretty much mostly consistent with getting different guys on and, interviewing them, talking about the teams. Obviously, we've grown so much within the last. Remember, Alex Delaware is such a
That was the highlight of this highlight of the night. Seriously, it was. That is so funny.
It needs to be a shirt and a clip. But there was one thing I was going to put out, and this channel has grown a lot within the last year. Because I remember Tony he always talks about, Alex, I was number 392 for you, and now we're at 842. I wanted to reach 900 by the end of 2022. Likely not going to happen, but there's always, room for improvement and an evaluation and more shit, which the break will help for me, and hopefully more baseball and more, giant stuff goes on and all that stuff. We also got the Friday Night Knicks podcast, which will be, coming out in new form in 2023. Podcast hosted by Donald and Luca. So, I mean, a lot of new things, but Sox, final thoughts, all that stuff.
Final thoughts. Last show of the year is crazy. We're gonna be in 2023. It went by pretty quick for me. I don't know about you guys, but having this podcast every week is awesome, man. And the guys in the comments, Tony, everybody else, Nimmer, I mean, the list goes on and on. All the people from Big Blue's channel, I appreciate you guys popping in all the time. And it's nice to I'll be honest with you guys. I moved out here. I'm in a new state. I don't know many people. Yeah, I got my girlfriend, my fiance. Excuse me. Don't let her hear me call her girlfriend. Okay. But other than close friends that we talk on the phone, it's nice to have you guys to come and chat on it every week. It's refreshing and knowledgeable to learn about sports and all that and talk about it. So really reflecting on that, and I'm grateful for it. And the other channel as well, trying to get that one to 1,000 before New Year's, which is possible, but highly unlikely. But like you said, always room to improve. Just in loving life, man, staying busy. I wish I had more time on here, but appreciate everybody watching every week, man, and just treat each other kindly. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, for me to close it out here, unfortunately, he does one raid per channel. So when we got raided that one time, Ravens Bucks, that was our fine moment. It was funny, but this wouldn't be possible without you guys. Obviously, different guys from Sox's channel coming in, different guys from my channel. Any dares for the season? Your fiance will give you a thumbs down.
Yeah. Can't have that.
She might unsubscribe. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh no, she would never.
5 more minutes. What bet or what bet do you mean? But I'm gonna close out. But MH, if you have an idea,
feel free to ask questions, guys.
Yeah, questions, all that stuff, comments as I close out. So this wouldn't be possible without you guys. And I've said it multiple times. I said it in I think it was close to the 100th episode of the Big Blue in the Bronx podcast that I had like 2 channels before this, and it was like nothing made of it. Like one, I was in 8th grade and I was trying to talk sports, and it just really didn't happen. And we tried doing it over Skype. It was really fucking weird. Then the second time, Red Sox win the season series. You wear a Big Papi jersey. Okay, you're on. So So hold on. If the Yankees win, there has to be another side to that.
But first of all, where are we going to get these jerseys? Second of all, I don't have a Big Papi jersey. So what we could do is you have to see. I'm okay with that idea, but where are we going to get those jerseys?
Well, we ought to buy them.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a jersey. It could be a shirt, maybe.
Okay.
I like that. Thank you, MH, for that idea.
Let's do it. Season series. You have my virtual handshake.
Yes.
That we will.
Yes. Delaware is such a state.
Let's make it a jersey. Fuck it.
Yeah. Why not?
Let's make it a jersey.
Make it a jersey.
It's pretty much if the Yankees win a season series, I will buy an Alex Rodriguez jersey, take selfies with it, whatever MH wants to see, and then I'll send it to you as a gift. Vice versa.
Wear it on stream. See that? See, there you go. Great idea, MH. See,
all right.
Another bet. But I guess to close out here, this, as I said in the beginning, this wouldn't be possible without you guys. I had 2 failed channels before this. I really didn't know what this was going to come out to be when I started in April of 2020, and there's been some growth issues along the way because you will see like some other channels going to 1,000 subscribers before I am, but some things I think it's the saying, good things come to those who wait. Obviously I invested in a green screen, a mic, and a camera and all this other stuff, and obviously this is the biggest year of growth the channel has taken, because we've done so many different things, so many new shows, so many new types of videos, vlogs, and all that other stuff. So that's where, the subscriptions come in. And also the loyal supporters as well. The guys who constantly pop in the chat. I mean, I love all my subscribers, but, MH always throwing in the Donald singing or whatever and this and that. And, the thing I least expected was to actually go out and have somebody get a gift for me. Because I don't take super chats. I don't take Venmo donations, whatever. I don't force people to do that. Even though it's in my description, I don't force people to do that because I just don't think it's a proper way of being a YouTuber. Because let's be honest, before you become a content creator, you are a content consumer. So would you want someone to be like, okay, listen, I'll read all your chats or I'll only read your super chats? So, that's just the way I feel about certain things. and even when we get to 1,000 and we get all these different things going, I'm still gonna remember who obviously is here. There's a couple of people who live by good morals, including myself. But this is the biggest year of the channel's growth, man, and I just can't wait. In the future when we do maybe a meetup or get shirts going, all these different things. But the last thing I expected this Christmas was to get gifts. Someone decided to give me a gift at the Jets game. Someone, being Hayes, decided to get me some gift cards, and apparently something's in the mail tomorrow, which this man's crazy, spending all money on me, a 19-year-old kid. But that's just so much appreciated. And Tony says he's got something for me. So, and the impact we make on people. I know Tony has had some emotional struggles. I'll put it that way because I don't want to detail the whole situation. He's had some emotional struggles over the past year. And to hear from like different people, okay, you make you make my life soar, you make my life have meaning and all these different things. It's not something to talk me up. I'm just happy that I could give back to the people who give to this channel with views and all that sort of shit. So with that being said, guys, Big Blue in the Bronx podcast will be out on Saturday. So it's not the last piece of content in terms of this stream for the year, but we appreciate you guys constantly supporting. You, Alex and Sox, you guys are awesome. Delaware is such a state, has to be a shirt. Yes, and when we get to 1,000, let's see. There's another shirt that's gonna come out. What was it? The name? I was gonna
no
name
offense,
it
but your team sucks or some shit like
yes. Don't take it personal. Your team sucks.
Yeah.
So there is that. But with that being said, guys, we are going to head out of here. This is the last time I'll see all of you live. But peace out, guys. See you later. Happy New Year, and let's ride into 2023 with success, health, and happiness.
Yes, sir.
Peace.